Hey everyone, welcome to New Rochelle, New York. Now, this is a city within Westchester County, and it is a suburb of New York City, located only 17 miles away from Midtown Manhattan. In 2022, it had a population of about 79,726 people, making it the 7th largest city and the 22nd most populous municipality in the state of New York. So on today's walking tour, we're going to be doing a complete walk of New Rochelle, talking a little bit about the things that are happening here and exploring a lot of the coffee shops, restaurants. So let's go ahead and get started. One thing I want to note, I purposely started the walking tour today from the New Rochelle train station for two reasons. Now, number one, if you look all the way in the distance here, you actually see the Amtrak train coming down. So you do not have to go all the way to Moynihan Train Hall to get the Amtrak. You can get it right from here. So if you're having a business trip to Boston or any other place up in New England, you do not have to go all the way to the Moynihan Train Hall to get the train. Drops you off right here. This is the Stella line, so this means this is an express. You could take it from New York City, which is the Moynihan Train Hall, all the way up to Boston. So it's super convenient for that. Now, number two, this is on the Metro North line. So the Metro North Railroad that will take you directly into Grand Central Terminal. Now, during rush hour, if you have to commute to work in New York City to Grand Central Terminal, the train ride is going to take you approximately 28 minutes right into Midtown Manhattan. So not only do you get the cheaper rent from being here in upstate New York and Westchester County, but you get all the availability of public transportation you would need. The building we're looking at right here is Trump Tower. This was one of the first luxury developments to happen here in New Rochelle. And now, as you can tell, there are so many more luxury condos and luxury rental apartments that are popping up all throughout New Rochelle. And on our walk today, you really are going to see a lot of them. Usually the track that we're on right now will take you into Grand Central Terminal, but the track that you see over here, this is going to the Stamford, Connecticut line. Here you could see more of those luxury apartments in the distance. Clinton Park. You also have 333, which is right in front of us, and then you have Trump Tower. Another cool thing I want to mention is that the city of New Rochelle has invested into these e-scooters that are free. So you just scan the QR code and you can take a scooter and drive it all around the city. This is the waiting area. Which is actually quite nice. I'll quickly show you inside. This is your ticketing area. And then you have a full coffee shop too. So if you're running late to the train, you can grab a coffee right at the train station. Very convenient. Again, the Metro North Railroad, as well as the Amtrak. Now going to walk up the stairs. There's also two elevators here. So if you're handicapped, you could just take the elevator. this will take us to the main street level. I'll give you one more quick view overlooking the tracks. So once again, one track will take you into Manhattan, Grand Central Terminal, and the other track will take you all the way up to Stamford, Connecticut, as well as even Boston if you're taking the Amtrak. Now, right as you get off the train station here, you have taxis. Again, you have these free e-scooters. You could drive all around the city. And this is the Sherwood Apartments, which is so convenient. I mean, imagine living here and you could literally roll out of bed and get the train. Here you have more of the scooters to your left. And then in the distance, you have even more new luxury apartments coming up. This one is called the Stella Rentals, which is right here to the right. And the one that we're walking directly past is the Sherwood. You have the main front entrance. You also have a pool. There's that Union Taxi again. Right in front of us is the main park. It is the Dee Park. We'll walk back down this way a little bit later on the tour, but that is towards the main Trump Tower. You have Chase Bank over there, Citizen Bank, and also a post office. Here you have a lot of different kind of boutique shops. You see Jolo's Vegan Kitchen. And here's the park. They're doing a lot of work on it for the spring and in the summer season. These are also brand new in New Rochelle as well. These little electronic information boards. Dee Park at the Library Green. And we're now about to cross Memorial Highway. Now, the city of New Rochelle has changed in just an unbelievably major way, even over the last 5 years. You could see all these luxury apartments in the distance. I believe rents for studios start at $2,200 a month, and 3 bedrooms go all the way up to around $5,500 a month, or excuse me, for 2 bedrooms. And all of which have luxury amenities, swimming pools, gyms, spas. Another thing you'll notice is a lot of the infrastructure is refurbished and updated here. Here you have a florist. Sutton Florist. This is now the corner of Division Street. All down Division Street you have more shops and restaurants. There's a lot of good Italian restaurants here as well. And here you can see the sky's the limit. New Rochelle luxury apartments. This is a very good coffee shop here. One of my favorites. And then here you have an Italian restaurant and lounge. This place has been here since 1987. Here you have more construction on yet more luxury apartments that are going up. Really shows how strong the demand is up here for rental units. You can see it's going to have golf simulators, a lounge, a bowling alley. It's pretty impressive. And then on the right is Center Avenue, where you have yet another luxury apartment complex called Encore. All of these, by the way, have really stunning skyline views of Manhattan. And this is now Huguenot Street. .41 Center Avenue. More luxury establishments. We'll take a quick walk down Center Avenue to Main Street. Main Street is really where the main restaurants are going to be, and I would say is the main town in New Rochelle. Here is the Arc. Again, yet another luxury apartment rental here. Because across the street, the buildings that you see here, this is really what New Rochelle used to look like. All low-rise, a lot of pre-war, and real estate developers have been coming in, buying up all those buildings, tearing them down, and building more luxury apartments. You can see the parking garages here filled with Teslas. It's It's really quite nice. And then here's just one more view looking back at the Arc, as well as the Encore residences and 333. We'll take one quick walk around Main Street, and then we'll head over to where a lot of the single-family homes are in New Rochelle, which is a very nice residential block, which also sits right on the water. So geographically speaking, New Rochelle is on the easternmost side as you're heading towards Westchester County, and you have views of the Long Island Sound overlooking Long Island, New York, which would be the North Shore of Long Island. You can think about Port Jefferson. Here we have Main Street here. We'll make a left and take a quick walk around. Lots of bars and restaurants. Townhouse, Kitchen and Drinks. 559 Main Street. And then if I kind of pan the camera up, these are yet more luxury rentals. You have a jeweler's. And you have this Seatown Supermarket, which is going to be right on the corner here to the right. This is a little mom and pop drugstore, dollar store. I really like a lot of the murals and the artwork. Kind of reminds me of Wynwood a little bit, if you really take a walk around New Rochelle. And that's kind of talking about the artwork that's painted on a lot of the walls here. Across the street you have Seatown. This is one of the main supermarkets here. We also could drive to the Whole Foods, which is not too far away. Just look at the juxtaposition from Main Street. A lot of these older buildings. You can see this one, 1858. And then the New Rochelle, which is all these luxury apartments. This is a very pretty block here. This is Division Street. This has a lot of really nice nightlife. There's a lot of bars, there's good Italian restaurants down here on Division Street. Also, there's a heavy presence of Colombian cuisine here too, as well as Uruguayan. We'll cut down Division Street a little bit just so you can kind of see it. It's a very quintessential and pretty block in New Rochelle. And you'll see a lot of the small bars and restaurants. This place really comes alive in the nighttime. It's very nice. I'll zoom up on some of the restaurants here. Here's another bar and grill. Arepa Mania. Posto's 22, I believe, is the Italian restaurant that I've been to, which is very, very good. It's like an Italian restaurant and wine bar in one. And then that backdrop, this is the newest luxury high-rise that's going up in New Rochelle. There's two main Italian spots. This is number 2. It's very good. We'll double back and go to Main Street. There's also a lot of good Thai restaurants. There's 2 very, very good Thai restaurants here. Very nicely decorated. Ava, AVA. That's the bus too. You could also take the bus to the Bronx, in which case you could transfer to the subway. Now, one of the first stops on the Metro North is 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And that's probably about a 15-minute ride from here. Excuse me. And this is back to Memorial Highway, which is a really nice plaza. There's some new bubble tea and boba places down here. Apologies if I'm coughing throughout this. I'm just kicking this sinus infection that I've had for, my God, 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's yet another brand new apartment building going up. You can see the construction crew working on it right now. This is a very good Mexican restaurant right on the corner of Lawton Street. It's cash only, but it's very, very good. This is a fantastic place. And there's a fish market, Rainbow Fish Market, that is amazing. That's right here. This is live seafood, all fresh, and you could have them prepare it for you right here. It's a really good spot. This is now North Avenue. If you were to make a left on North Avenue and go all the way down, that'll take you to the train station at New Rochelle. You have some markets where you could buy some fruit. Feels like very local community feel. The way it's set up is very similar feel to Flushing Main Street. It's quite nice. And the prices are good too. Okay, once we make this left on North Avenue, you're going to see the Stella development, which is yet more luxury living here. You can see those beautiful apartments with balconies, and this has great views of the Manhattan skyline. Remember, we're only about 17 miles away. Maybe I'll cross here so we can walk right in front of Stella so you can see it. But we're only 17 miles away from Manhattan. So if you live on a high floor in one of these apartment buildings around here, you have direct views and unobstructed views of the New York City skyline. Continue down here to complete this loop so you can see some more of the construction. There's going to be yet another apartment complex right next to Stella. So here's the buildable lot. Now it's probably going to obstruct some of the views of the Long Island Sound, but it is one of the last buildable lots right off of Main. It's just incredible to see the rapid change of a community. And this was probably really accelerated after the pandemic, when people sought to leave the city for a little bit more space and cheaper living. Because back in the day, a lot of the homes in New Rochelle used to look like this. If I zoom up on it, you can see that one's pretty condemned looking, and probably a big private equity or development company bought this piece of land out, and they're going to build yet another high-rise. This is LeConte Place, and right centered in the screen is Trump Tower. So the Trump organization has, well, not anymore. They actually don't own this building. They're not the property manager on it anymore, but that is Trump Tower nonetheless. But currently they do not have any affiliation. I believe the condominium board there actually voted to oust the Trump organization as the property manager. So I wonder if, I'm actually kind of curious if that Trump name is going to come down off of the building, because you'll see as we make this entire loop in big bold letters, as obviously is on almost every building, you'll see it, it'll say Trump, but perhaps since they have been recently voted out of being the property manager, perhaps that name will come down. We'll have to do an updated walking tour to see if that's the case. Oh, I forgot. This is Monroe College, by the way. Monroe University. We're now passing Franklin Avenue, walking down Main Street. Look at this. This is the parking garage and the dealership, I believe, for Audi. So you'll see a lot of luxury car dealerships right as you're around the corner here. The main Audi of New Rochelle. This is now Harrison Street. If you continue up one more block like we will do, you'll be able to merge on 95. You see Monroe University here. This looks like a relatively new building. This is Gaddy Hall.
Where's Caps at? Just tell me where Caps is at. That's a camera?
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's called DJI Osmo. So it could film in 4K, 60 frames a second, and it has 20 hours of battery, but it's so small. So you can take walking tours of everything. It's great.
Right?
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. It moves too, right? I see it moving.
It has a built-in gimbal, so like if you take a video on your iPhone, it's like all shaky. So if people watch it, it's going to be.
Right.
But this is like stabilizes it.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, man.
All
Take
right,
care.
good day, right?
See ya. Now, the further you go up here, you'll actually merge into a different town, which essentially is on the line of the Stamford, Connecticut line. I believe the next one up is Larchmont. Let me just make sure on Google Maps. Yeah. And then right after Larchmont, you have Harrison. And then you have Rye, New York. And Rye, New York is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in all of the United States of America. You have the Rye Yacht Club up there. It's really quite nice. Now, Rye is not like New Rochelle. A lot of it is very, very upscale single-family homes in suburbia. A lot of the properties there are gorgeous. It's on a lot of acreage of land, and it is very, very expensive. Lots of big law, Wall Streeters, big private equity people tend to move from the city up to Rye, New York, buy big estates, and then commute into the city on the Metro North. Now this is Echo Avenue. If you make a left, you'll merge right onto 95. So 95 is the main drag that'll take you all the way up. That'll take you through Rye Brook, New York, everything. So it's very convenient. So not only do you have the Metro North, not only do you have the Amtrak train, but you also have, the major main drag highways. Here's a brand new Starbucks location here. This just opened recently, I believe. A lot of the new landscaping is here. Drive-through seems to be always packed. And you can see all the sidewalk and everything is brand new, been completely renovated. And then here's one more look back at the property. Seems to be pretty busy. And then we'll make a left on Huguenot Street. And this will have kind of completed that loop, so you can kind of get an understanding of New Rochelle, because now you could see Trump Tower from the other side if I zoom all the way up on it. Now if you were to make a left on Cedar Street, that'll take you back to the Audi Sales Center. Here's more of those beautiful murals that are kind of painted on the walls. kind of a cool shot looking back. And I think this is another building to Monroe University to the right. This is now Harrison Street, and into view is the Trump Tower. This is the New Rochelle Fire Department down here, right on Harrison Street. And these are the lofts at New Rochelle. These are those free scooters again, these electric scooters. And here's yet another newly completed luxury apartments for rent. This is called the Print House. Looks like they have little townhomes. I'll try to zoom in on the advertisement there. Okay, here's Trump Tower. You have a New York Sports Club in here. You also have a Texas Roadhouse.
Stay alive.
Here you can see Trump Plaza, Texas Roadhouse, and then the train station again. This building has unbelievable views of Midtown Manhattan. And you also have a beautiful swimming pool in here too. We'll wait for the light and then we'll cross. All right. Here you have the Residence Inn Marriott and a connector bridge to the parking lot. And then again in the distance you have Stella, which is another new development. They're putting in a brand new sidewalk by the post office. This red brick building right here is the New Rochelle Post Office, USPS. And this is downtown New Rochelle. Huguenot Street. And then this is kind of the main entrance to the New Rochelle train station. If you can see here, since we're at the light, we'll quickly go and take a peek at it. So you could enter from either side. So you go right down these steps here, and that's into the New Rochelle train station. One more look back at Trump Tower. This little box on the roof, that's the pool.
I said none yet.
To the right is the Chase Bank. And this building to the right is the Sherwood that we were looking at before when we started the tour. make a left on Memorial Highway just so you can see the library. And here's the main valet to the skyline. You can see that's the main entrance. .40 Memorial Highway. And here is the New Rochelle Public Library. We'll now venture a little bit further into the single-family home neighborhood of New Rochelle, a little bit closer to the water. It does get windy here though, since it's on the water. This is now back on Division Street. We'll go ahead and make a left here. Right on Center Avenue. So this is looking back at those luxury apartments, Encore as well as 333. but we are going to explore down here, and we'll check out some more apartments. It gets very busy here because a lot of kids are getting off of school and it's rush hour. I really like this project right here, Modera at New Rochelle. It's yet more luxury apartments, but it has a very cool coffee shop inside the apartment. Check this out. Modera by Mill Creek. It's really quite nice. And I think all these kind of older shops here, this has all been bought out. You can see it's totally vacant, and this is going to be demoed this summer. So this pretty much this entire street is set for demolition. And in its place, you guessed it, it's going to be more luxury apartment complexes. So you have this one here, and a developer bought out the entire block. So this brick building all the way to Main Street is going to be gone. So this is going to be a substantial city here in New Rochelle. I'll try to stand a little bit further back just so you can see. So again, that's the Clinton development. You know, floor to ceiling glass windows, looks very nice. Clinton wraps all the way around. Trump Tower, Stella, Encore, 333, and from here all the way down, gone. So in this building is a very, very cool coffee shop.